James Harden played his first game as a Philadelphia 76er against Minnesota Timberwolves, and it could not have gone any better. Harden was incredible on both ends of the floor and committed to playing off ball and defense in this game. And this is honestly all you need alongside Joel Embiid, who was dominant in this game like he has been all season. Both of them combined for 61 points, 18 rebounds, and 12 assists, which is absolutely ridiculous. Tyrese Maxey scored 28 of his own, and overall, this was a masterful performance from the Philadelphia 76ers and showed us great signs of what could be in the future. So today, I want to break down parts of this game and particular possessions which I found really intriguing for the future of this team. Let's get into it.
They be like, yeah. Can you teach me how to dirty? You know why? Cause all the bitches love it. All I need is a beat that's super bumpin'. And for you to back it up and dump it.
Leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I drop regular NBA content, and with the NBA season going on and the playoffs coming up, they should interest you. So do subscribe to the channel and make sure you stay till the end of the video so you don't miss anything. The first and most important thing which I noticed in this game was that Harden's burst was back. Harden in Brooklyn was playing through an injury. His first step wasn't there, and with how reliant he is on his first step for a lot of his game to be super effective, parts of his game became lesser effective. But this game, right from his first bucket, we could see that his burst was back. Another really interesting thing which happened this game a lot of times was that Harden committed to moving off the ball a lot more. They ran a lot of dribble handoff actions for him this game, something Harden hasn't done in a long time or has had the willingness to do in a long time. This is the first one they ran, and he of course missed the shot, but the amount of space he created in this action was something they noticed, and they ran this dribble handoff action a lot more as the game went on. Doc Rivers also did a really good coaching job in this game, and I can't lie. He staggered the minutes of Harden and Embiid, which led to a lot of positives. Doc Rivers is known for not staggering a star player's minutes, but he did that this game and it paid off. The Sixers in lineups without Embiid this season have an offensive rating of 108, which is terrible to say the least. Though obviously this number isn't sustainable for a whole season, in this game the Sixers had an offensive rating of 136 with Harden on the court and Embiid off the court. And he did this without a good backup center, which just shows you how brilliant of an offensive player and an offensive floor raiser James Harden is. Harden made some awesome passes throughout the game, creating advantages for his teammates and delivering passes at a level no one on the 76ers has been able to do in the process era alongside Joel Embiid. Harden's unwillingness to move off ball and take spot-up shots has been well criticized. So even though this is just a basic offensive rotation at the end of the shot clock, Harden hasn't really been willing to even make these rotations in the past. So these kind of plays mean a lot for the future. While Harden and Embiid's minutes are staggered, Tobias Harris is going to be a guy paired with Harden a lot and be a beneficiary of Harden's scoring gravity. In this possession, we see Harden create an open shot by driving in and Tobias finishing an easy three. In this possession, we see a glimpse of what Maxey and Harden could be as a duo. Harden noticed Jordan McLaughlin turning towards him for a very brief second and makes a quick pass to Maxey, who has developed into one of the best slashers in the league this season, who then drives into the lane and gets Shake Milton and good opportunity in the corner, which he probably should have faked and attacked the rim, but an opportunity created is an opportunity created. And in this transition play, we see more of the connection as Harden makes a bullet pass for Maxey to get an easy finish at the rim with momentum. Honestly, there was a lot of stuff which Maxey and Harden did as a duo, which is very intriguing. Most of them were in the fourth quarter, which we will get to. On this possession, Embiid and Harden go for the dribble handoff again, but this time Pat Bev goes over the screen so that Harden doesn't get the amount of space he got last time, and Harden gets a step on him because he went over the screen, and this leads to an easy floater. There are so many different counters Harden has offered dribble handoff, like stepping back, driving in, lobbing, and many more, which make guarding the dribble handoff between Harden and Embiid so hard. All game, the Timberwolves were blitzing Harden on the pick and roll because Embiid wasn't really rolling that hard until now. This made getting back to Embiid very easy off the pick and roll. This is something Embiid should improve on for the future. Like in this possession, he rolled hard enough to get enough distance over his man, and he got an easy finish over a much smaller D'Angelo Russell. Even if it's someone else bigger next time around who helps better than D'Lo did on this possession, Embiid always has the option to pass it to the corner to Tobias Harris or whoever is present there. As the first half was coming to a close, Harden made first of his 4 step backs this game, a shot he was struggling to make in Brooklyn, so this is also a really good sign for the future. Here we see another possession where Harden and Maxey's slashing work very well alongside each other. Honestly, the third quarter was pretty uneventful. This was the closest and the worst offensive quarter for the 76ers this game, and a lot of the actions they tried just didn't work very well. Harden and Embiid did have some cool movements which they used more in the fourth quarter though. Harden makes really good passes here in between 2 defenders to get Embiid the ball. This is something guys like Seth Curry and Tobias Harris were struggling to do all season, and many of Embiid's buckets weren't happening because they just couldn't get him the ball. They had this pick and roll possession where Embiid rolled hard to the rim and Harden made a great pass for a foul and 2 free throws. The fourth quarter though had a lot of stuff which really intrigued me about this trio of Embiid, Harden and Maxey. In this possession, Harden creates the advantage by drawing 2 defenders towards himself on the initial screen, which then allows the rest of the team to make easy passes because their defense is scrambling. Maxey went off in the fourth quarter, scoring 12 points in this quarter. There are multiple interesting actions, like Harden as a screener, which caught the defense off guard for an easy floater. And the next time they did this, Harden got a switch out to Jordan McLaughlin, on who is making this shot more often than not, even though he missed it this time. After this started an onslaught of pick and roll and pick and pop actions between Harden and Embiid, which generated an open look after open look almost every possession. Here, Embiid's roll gravity created an open shot in the corner because Anthony Edwards came in to help. And these are 2 possessions in a row where Embiid gets a quality look for himself through a pick and pop. In this possession, Harden gets a switch on to Cat after another pick and pop between Harden and Embiid, on which the Timberwolves switched. And then he passes it to Maxey in the corner in the brief second where Maxey's defender looks away, giving Maxey another finish at the rim. This is another open Maxey jump shot generated by a missed defensive rotation. Finally, 2 Harden step backs to finish off this absolute dominant performance put on by this newborn duo of Embiid and Harden. All in all, the 76ers could not have asked for a better debut. The pairing of Embiid and Harden did exceptionally well both together and individually, generating 1.73 points per possession on the 11 pick and rolls they ran. Maxey was incredible too, taking advantage of the scoring gravity of these 2 superstars and using his ridiculous speed and slashing ability to demolish the opposing defense on the slightest of advantages. Doc Rivers did well, making a lot of great plays even though the 76ers had only 1 practice session with James Harden, and he staggered the minutes of these 2 stars like everyone had hoped for. There are some things the duo needs to continue improving on. Harden needs to continue moving off the ball a lot more and giving effort on defense like he did in this game. And Joel Embiid needs to continue taking strides as a pick and roll player. But from what we've seen in this game and the potential of this team being sky high, I can pretty confidently say this duo is going to be amazing and work out just fine. It might possibly be one of the greatest duos we've ever seen because the talent is definitely there. All we need them is to commit and make the talent work out. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.